It's hard to imagine our world without shipping containers. These ubiquitous steel boxes are the backbone of global trade, carrying everything from clothes and electronics to food and medicine. Before containers, goods were loaded and unloaded piecemeal, a time-consuming and labor-intensive process. The invention of the standardized shipping container in the 1950s revolutionized transportation. These rectangular boxes came in uniform sizes, making them easily stackable and transferable between ships, trains, and trucks. This intermodal transportation system drastically reduced shipping costs and transit times. Imagine the difference between moving a whole library book by book versus moving it all at once in boxes. That's the kind of efficiency containers brought to global trade. This simple innovation unleashed a wave of globalization. Suddenly, it became economically viable to ship goods across vast distances. Products from all corners of the world became readily available, transforming consumer markets and connecting nations like never before. The impact of containerization on the global economy has been profound. International trade exploded, with goods flowing more freely and cheaply than ever before. This led to lower prices for consumers, as businesses could source products from cheaper locations. The growth in trade also fueled economic growth, creating jobs and boosting industries worldwide. Developing countries in particular benefited from access to new markets for their goods. The garment industry in Bangladesh, for example, owes much of its success to container shipping, which allowed it to become a major exporter of clothing. The global supply chain, with its intricate networks of manufacturers, suppliers, and distributors, became increasingly reliant on the smooth flow of containers. This interconnectedness brought about a new era of economic interdependence. Countries began to specialize in producing goods where they had a comparative advantage, further boosting global trade. The world became increasingly interconnected, with products, ideas, and cultures flowing more freely across borders. The COVID-19 pandemic revealed the fragility of our interconnected global trade system. Lockdowns and labor market disruptions caused severe bottlenecks in the global supply chain. Ports faced congestion, with containers stacking up as ships queued to unload. A lack of truck drivers and warehouse workers worsened the situation. The just-in-time inventory system, which relies on timely deliveries and minimal stock, was heavily disrupted. Demand spikes for certain goods, coupled with production delays and shipping issues, led to shortages and price increases. Consumers experienced empty shelves, delayed deliveries, and higher costs for everyday items. Geopolitical tensions, including the war in Ukraine, further strained the global supply chain. Sanctions and trade restrictions disrupted the flow of goods, especially energy and raw materials. The interconnected global economy meant that disruptions in one region quickly spread, affecting businesses and consumers worldwide. The consequences of supply chain disruptions extend far beyond inconvenience. Businesses face lost revenue, delayed production, and increased costs. Consumers grapple with higher prices for essential goods, impacting their purchasing power and overall well-being. The uncertainty and volatility create economic anxiety, impacting investment and consumer confidence. The domino effect of these disruptions highlights the interconnectedness of the global economy. A shortage of semiconductors, for instance, can impact the production of cars, smartphones, and countless other products. The ripple effects can be felt across industries and continents, demonstrating the delicate balance that underpins global trade. These challenges underscore the importance of building more resilient supply chains. Diversifying sourcing, investing in logistics infrastructure, and improving communication and coordination throughout the supply chain are crucial steps to mitigate future disruptions.